Assassin's Creed, Shadows, bigger games, better tricks for ray tracing, and more. With two vastly different protagonists, a setting in feudal Japan, and destructible environments, Assassin's Creed Shadows is introducing a lot of new features to the franchise, but the technical innovations that change how the world looks and feels might just be the first thing players notice. Fortin hopes that the new level of dynamism adds a sense of immersion and beauty that previous games couldn't quite capture. Our goal from the beginning was to go from a beautiful postcard to a beautiful movie. Assassin's Creed Shadows, the next game in the beloved series, will stand out from its predecessors for a number of reasons. But the two things that will set it apart the most are the fact that the new game will be set in Japan, and that it's the first game in the series to be designed after the PS4 and Xbox One era, so they're going all in on the graphics. Ubisoft says the technological advancements in the Anvil game engine give AC Shadows the most immersive environments in the series to date. There are other ways that the Anvil engine's advancements will impact what players see in AC Shadows. Fortin was right about the increase in game data complicates game development, but it turns out that some new technologies help that out. Ray tracing, for instance, refers to rendering light on reflective surfaces, and the team built a global illumination system that ended up removing steps in the game's production pipeline. That doesn't just mean gorgeous locations and buildings consistent with the late 16th century Sengoku period in Japan, where and when the game takes place. In presentations and interviews I attended during and after Gamescom in Cologne, Germany, Ubisoft's technical directors explained how the new tricks in the Anvil engine that powers the game make players feel like they're walking through a richly realized world filled with dynamic weather and procedurally generated conditions, from the clouds in the sky to the dust beneath characters' feet. The AC Shadows team was able to shift the ray tracing global illumination system that was heavy on processing power while making builds to processing while the game runs, which had the extra boon of freeing up the developers to enable things around the player to change on the fly while the game is running. This even applies to what's in front of the player's blade. If you cut through a bamboo tree, it will fall the same way your katana did. When we started thinking about what we wanted to do with AC Shadows, we often said we wanted to go from a beautiful postcard to a beautiful movie in the way that we produce super pretty paintings and things like that, said AC Shadows CTO Pierre Fortin. But with this game, he continued, what we want to show is something that's a little more in the action and has more dynamics on the screen. So, for example, introducing a system like ray-traced global illumination allows us to have that capacity in AC Shadows to destroy objects and to see the light being changed around those objects dynamically, Fortin said. In summary, players get nicer lighting and developers can keep up with the advanced complexity of the games they make. From weather flowing around players to objects destroyed by their blades, AC Shadows has a lot of improvements under the hood that seemingly make it the most advanced Assassin's Creed game ever made.